Within the archives of the Association for Research and Enlightenment located in Virginia, there exists a reading numbered 3234.1, delivered by Edgar Cayce in 1943. A mother sought insight regarding her disabled child's condition. Upon entering his trance state and tapping into what he referred to as the Akashic records, Cayce's insights left all attendees in awe. The recorded session revealed that the child's soul had opted for this physical limitation prior to birth as a facet of its karmic development. Cayce explained that in a past life, this soul had displayed cruelty towards individuals with disabilities. The present existence offered a chance to cultivate compassion through first-hand experiences. However, what truly rendered this reading noteworthy from a historical perspective was Cayce's disclosure that souls do not reincarnate by chance. Each relationship, obstacle, and situation is a component of a carefully crafted pre-birth agenda aimed at spiritual growth. This assertion was not merely a standalone theory. A recurring theme emerges from more than 14,000 recorded readings accumulated over the course of 4 decades. This groundbreaking perspective on soul planning stands in stark contrast to conventional religious teachings regarding destiny, suffering, and the purpose of human existence. Furthermore, the documented precision of Cayce's insights has been examined and validated by scholars for almost a century. Before delving into these significant revelations, please click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell, as this channel presents verified spiritual truths rooted in historical data rather than conjecture. Additionally, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever sensed that some experiences in life were destined to occur? Today, I'm presenting 3 remarkable insights from Cayce's verified readings that illustrate how souls consciously select their life situations. We will begin by exploring how Cayce tapped into the Akashic records and the insights these records provided regarding planning before birth. Next, I will highlight documented trends in the readings that showcase the ways in which souls choose particular lessons. Lastly, you will learn about the findings from Cayce's studies regarding karmic relationships and the reasons why specific individuals evoke strong reactions in your life. However, before Cayce could delve into anyone's soul history, a remarkable event needed to take place. He had to tap into what he referred to as the Akashic records, which were characterized in reading 25468 as a universal library that encompasses the entire evolutionary paths of every soul over all incarnations. Throughout thousands of recorded sessions, Cayce would recline on a couch, enter a self-induced trance, and it seemed as though his consciousness would detach from his physical form to explore this collective repository. His stenographer, Gladys Davis Turner, meticulously transcribed every word, resulting in the most comprehensive collection of psychic readings in contemporary history. What made these sessions historically significant was not just their substance, but also their remarkable consistency. Through decades of interpretations, Cayce offered a consistent cosmology of soul development that was unwavering, irrespective of the inquirer or the particular challenges they encountered. This transforms our comprehension of life's seemingly random occurrences. In Life Reading 136-18, delivered in 1925, Cayce articulated the essential principle that regulates every human experience. Every soul arrives in the physical realm with intentions, aspirations, and certain conditions to fulfill. This was not mere philosophical conjecture. It was conveyed as a universal law, as quantifiable and foreseeable as the force of gravity. The recorded insights indicate that souls dwell in an expanded state of awareness between their physical lives. In this phase, They have the ability to recognize the karmic patterns established during past incarnations and deliberately select situations that facilitate their spiritual advancement and karmic healing. Reading 26289 details this phenomenon. The entity discovers that it can select the environment, time frame, conditions, and situations that will optimize the soul's growth. This implies that what we often view as coincidental misfortunes or fortunate events are, in reality, carefully chosen opportunities for learning. However, this is where Cayce's insights take on a groundbreaking aspect. Recorded instances consistently reveal that souls not only select their own situations, but also collaborate with other souls to design intricate scenarios with various participants. In reading 1158-5, Cayce disclosed information that will significantly reshape your perspective on relationships. Each important connection in your life signifies what Cayce referred to as a soul group link. These are souls that have repeatedly reincarnated together over numerous lifetimes, swapping roles to assist one another in acquiring specific spiritual lessons. The texts reveal numerous instances where individuals realized that their most difficult relationships were, in fact, their most significant spiritual partnerships. In reading 1436-3, Cayce clarified that those who have shared experiences with the entity in question have been brought together for a specific reason. A recurring theme noted in life readings indicates that souls that have interconnected in prior lifetimes often decide to reunite with their roles switched. The aggressor might become the victim, and the oppressor turns into the oppressed, not as a form of retribution, but rather as a chance to appreciate varied viewpoints and foster true compassion. Reading 349-17 exemplifies this principle, stating that what is inflicted upon others ultimately reflects back on oneself. This is not a matter of cosmic retaliation. Rather, it's about gaining experiential insights that foster genuine spiritual wisdom instead of mere intellectual comprehension. The archives of the Association for Research and Enlightenment hold numerous instances where individuals achieved peace in challenging relationships by grasping their deeper karmic significance. Rather than viewing themselves as victims of others' actions, they come to see these exchanges as intentionally designed chances for spiritual growth. However, there is an even deeper insight that Cayce's readings disclose regarding soul planning before birth. The readings indicate that souls do not merely choose their connections and overall life situations. Individuals also select their abilities, physical traits, family dynamics, and even the places they live, all based on which experiences will most effectively contribute to their spiritual growth. According to reading 281-55, every soul pursues experiences in life that will be the most beneficial and inspiring. This implies that your inherent talents aren't merely coincidental genetic endowments. Rather, they are instruments intentionally chosen by your soul to achieve its distinct objectives in this lifetime. The readings frequently reveal that souls may opt to incarnate with disabilities, health challenges, or restrictions that compel them to cultivate certain qualities they do not inherently possess. For instance, a soul aiming to develop patience might choose to experience a life that necessitates a lengthy recovery from an injury. The need for souls to cultivate compassion may lead them to select situations that foster profound empathy for the pain of others. In his analysis of 1:1, Cayce described how souls thoughtfully balance their chosen challenges with supportive aspects. It is essential for the entity to discover within their current experiences those elements that facilitate a harmonious interaction with influences that have shaped their journey thus far. This indicates that your passions, skills, and the pursuits that invigorate you offer insights into what your soul aims to achieve in this lifetime. Now here is the documented proof demonstrating that this concept extends beyond mere theory. The readings by Edgar Cayce include many predictions and insights that have been historically confirmed, indicating that Cayce was indeed tapping into precise information about events from both the past and future. Such confirmations enhance the validity of his teachings regarding soul planning and reincarnation. For instance, reading 294-185 delivered in 1932 foresaw that China would ultimately become the epicenter of Christianity, a prediction that seemed implausible at that time, but is now viewed by many researchers as potentially unfolding. Additionally, reading 397-615 accurately forecasted both the onset and conclusion of World War II well ahead of its commencement. These documented accuracies imply that when Cayce elaborated on the processes of pre-birth soul planning, he was relying on the same trustworthy source that informed his validated predictions and medical insights. Here's what the insights indicate about uncovering your personal pre-birth soul agreements. Although not everyone possesses Edgar Cayce's psychic skills, the findings consistently emphasize that anyone can tap into their soul's wisdom via meditation and working with dreams. In reading 262-9, it's noted that dreams represent the conditions, thoughts, and intentions contained within the subconscious mind of the individual. Cayce proposed particular methods for accessing your soul's memories to grasp the choices made before birth. In reading 136-7, he recommended engaging in daily meditation, concentrating on inviting your higher self to disclose the spiritual significance of your current life situation. The analyses suggest that your most intense emotional responses, whether positive or negative, typically highlight important karmic ties. Individuals who evoke strong feelings in you are probably souls with whom you have shared previous lifetimes. As stated in reading 257-16, it is essential to recognize that hatred is just as much a sin as any other violation of the law. However, it's important to understand that those responsible for creating such situations are offering you a chance to work toward your salvation. This implies that those who challenge you the most are providing some of your best opportunities for spiritual development, exactly as was intended prior to your birth. In reading 1567-2, Cayce unveiled insights that fundamentally reshape our understanding of life's purpose. Each individual arrives in this world with what can be termed a soul mission, a distinct influence that only you can provide to the spiritual growth of humanity. This doesn't have to involve a prominent public position. Your mission could be as straightforward as embracing unconditional love among your family members, or cultivating integrity in your professional interactions. The insights indicate that your inherent skills and passions serve as key indicators of your soul mission. Usually, activities that invigorate you and the causes that ignite your enthusiasm correspond with what your soul intended to achieve in this lifetime. According to reading 1947-3, the entity is inherently attracted to aspects that enhance relationships among individuals, groups, or nations. This suggests that your natural inclinations frequently mirror the service your soul aims to provide. However, Cayce also noted what would unfold as humanity begins to recognize these insights regarding pre-birth planning. In reading 1602-3, delivered in 1938, Cayce foresaw that the comprehension of soul planning would gain traction towards the end of the 20th century and into the 21st century. He anticipated that this understanding would revolutionize the way individuals approach relationships, career paths, parenting roles, and personal challenges. The text indicated that as an increasing number of individuals begin to see their life situations as intentionally chosen opportunities for learning, there would be a transition in society from a mindset of victimhood to one of intentional spiritual growth. Rivalry would give way to collaboration, as people come to realize that everyone nearby is a soul engaged in a path of learning. The reading 5748-6 elaborates on this anticipated change. A desire will arise for elements that reflect the spirit rather than the physical. This implies a significant transformation in human values, moving away from the pursuit of material wealth toward spiritual advancement. The noticeable surge of interest in topics like reincarnation, soul purpose, and spiritual development over the last few decades seems to align perfectly with Cayce's predictions about the onset of what he termed the new age of spiritual awakening. One of the most significant insights gleaned from 4 decades of recorded readings is that recognizing you selected your present life circumstances prior to birth does not imply that you should passively endure hardships. Reading 262-89 makes it clear that not everything is preordained. The soul possesses its own free will to navigate life, making choices based on the principles and truths regarded as ideals. This indicates that although your soul has chosen the overall structure of your life, such as your family, fundamental circumstances, and key relationships, it's your daily decisions that shape how effectively you absorb the lessons you aimed to learn and achieve your purpose. Some souls resist the challenges they have predetermined, frequently repeating the same patterns over various lifetimes, while others view their hardships as chances for rapid personal growth, sometimes accomplishing in one life what would typically require several. A crucial takeaway from countless readings is that when you recognize your challenges as learning experiences chosen by your soul, you can shift them from mere suffering to intentional spiritual growth. As noted in reading 1158-12, each soul enters this existence seeking to increase its awareness of the divine essence within. This divine consciousness is cultivated by accepting, rather than shunning, the experiences your soul has chosen for development. However, when you genuinely incorporate this awareness into your everyday existence, everything starts to resonate on a spiritual level. Those who have caused you pain are seen as brave souls taking on challenging roles in your growth. The hurdles in your way turn out to be valuable exercises designed to cultivate your spiritual resilience. The transformation is elaborated in reading 1436-3. The experiences that appear most challenging from the perspective of spiritual growth often turn out to be the most beneficial. While this does not diminish the reality of suffering, it does place it in a framework of spiritual significance. The cases recorded in the Ori archive reveal that individuals who view their life situations as intentionally selected learning opportunities tend to experience notable enhancements in their relationships, job fulfillment, and general sense of purpose and meaning. Rather than feeling like victims of their circumstances, these individuals see themselves as empowered souls who embraced difficult experiences, knowing they possessed the spiritual resilience to transform them into wisdom. Here is the most practical advice that Cayce provided for engaging with your soul agreements made before birth. Reading 26215 suggests starting each day with a meditation centered on this inquiry. How can I utilize the experiences of today to cultivate the spiritual qualities my soul is here to acquire? Engaging in this straightforward practice helps uncover the profound purpose underlying your everyday interactions and obstacles. Additionally, the readings recommend being mindful of your dreams, as they frequently provide insights and guidance regarding your soul's purpose and your karmic connections. Reading 294-15 indicates that the subconscious elements of the being are continually offering warnings, guidance, and stipulations to be fulfilled. The deepest interests and inherent talents you possess can offer further insights into your pre-birth intentions. Activities that seem effortless and the acts of service that uplift rather than exhaust. You often resonate with your soul's desired impact. The guidance found in reading 349-12 suggests that you should cultivate a mindset focused not on external appearances, but on the essence, intentions, and aspirations of others. This perspective encourages you to engage in every relationship with the awareness that you are connecting with a soul that has opted to contribute to your spiritual growth. Now, let's explore what the documented readings convey regarding the collective spiritual progress of humanity. According to reading 5748-5, the common awareness of soul planning before birth is essential for the spiritual advancement of humanity. As an increasing number of individuals perceive themselves as eternal souls engaging in temporary human experiences for their growth, consciousness starts to advance as well. Cayce foresaw that this awakening would instigate transformative changes in various sectors, such as education, healthcare, business, and government. As individuals begin to operate from the wisdom of their souls, rather than from the fear and division stemming from the ego. Reading 1152-11 elaborates on this change, highlighting that the knowledge of truth indeed grants true freedom, freeing one from obstacles that impede a closer connection with the divine. This implies that recognizing your soul's purpose allows you to break free from restrictive beliefs about yourself and others. The evidence suggests that as the collective consciousness of humanity develops, what appears to be psychic or miraculous abilities will transform into natural manifestations of heightened awareness. The insights that Edgar Cayce accessed, while in profound trance states, may eventually be accessible to everyday consciousness as humanity undergoes spiritual growth. Here lies the fundamental truth that surfaces from years of recorded soul readings. You are not a mere biological occurrence, navigating through a life devoid of meaning. Rather, you are an everlasting soul who bravely selected this particular human journey to enhance your spiritual evolution and aid in the awakening of humanity as a whole. Everyone you encounter, every obstacle you confront, and every skill you have is present because your soul recognized that these aspects would offer precisely what you require for your development. There is nothing by chance. Each element plays a role in broadening your awareness and enhancing your ability to love without conditions. The essence of this deep insight is encapsulated in reading 262-27. Every soul comes into existence with a specific aim, which is to unify with the creative forces or God. Your complete human journey is intended to aid you in recalling and expressing your divine essence. The challenges that feel insurmountable are, in fact, your soul's method of strengthening its spiritual capabilities. The relationships that test you the most serve as chances to cultivate unconditional love. The innate gifts you possess are instruments for assisting others and realizing your distinct purpose. Grasping this changes everything. You cease to be a victim of your circumstances and instead become an active participant in the extraordinary evolution of your soul. If Edgar Cayce's insightful readings have illuminated the deeper significance of your life experiences, consider subscribing to this channel and activating the notification bell for more enlightening truths grounded in historical context. Share this video with someone who needs to grasp that their obstacles hold a greater purpose, and feel free to comment below about the moment you recognized that certain experiences may have been preordained by your soul for personal growth. Remember, you are not merely facing random challenges. You are a powerful, eternal being who chose this specific human experience, fully aware that it would enhance your spiritual development and broaden your ability to love. Each challenge serves as part of your education. Every connection acts as your instructor. Each instant presents a chance to reconnect with your true self. The timeless insights shared by Edgar Cayce with countless individuals through his recorded sessions are now accessible to you. Your spirit selected this journey prior to your arrival in this world. The decisions you make consciously from this moment on will shape the extent to which you successfully accomplish your spiritual mission set before your birth.